Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dash Brandon and today we're going to be talking about patch 2.3.0 in Fortnite. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Save the World changes. First off, though, you will be seeing a level 100 Cat 3 as the background video today. I jumped in with some randoms and I think we did pretty fair. Mutant storms are returning. This is much like the VenderTech event we had before the Christmas event, and according to the roadmap, should last until February 7th. I will throw a link into the top comment for the patch notes as well as this roadmap that came out on the 24th of January. There are going to be a varied number of storms again, with up to 25 active in a zone at a time, with the exception of Stonewood that will only receive 5 storms at a time. I imagine this is so you don't overwhelm your Stonewood people, or because there's a grand total of like 15 missions there. The new tickets for the event are going to be storm tickets. I'm pretty sure that these were used previously for the Horde Bash event, though I could be wrong, and the Horde Bash tickets will not be rolling over. Speaking of tickets, your Snowflake tickets are going to be cashed out for as many llamas as you can afford, and anything in excess of that is going to go straight into the epic garbage disposal. No tickets roll over, though I am a little peeved about that. I think that you've earned those tickets and you deserve to keep them, but hey, that's just me. What the hell do I know? I'm not a game designer. So, you're going to get some llamas tomorrow or today, whenever this video is actually live. And you're going to get some Snowflake llamas, and then you're going to be able to start picking up the new storm tickets. Now on to what you guys probably really care about, and that's the items that you'll be getting. Well, it's going to be bittersweet for some longtime players, such as myself. The hydraulic weapons are returning, including the Hydra. The Hydra will be in the event store and available for purchase using seasonal gold, which should theoretically not be resetting with the patch. A quick overview of the hydraulic weapons for newcomers to the game or people unfamiliar with them is that they all have increased impact and slightly less damage compared to similar weapons of their archetypes. This can be something that could make the staggered/knockdown weapon perk a little bit more viable if it's still situational because you still need to knock them down or stagger them. You can see me switch to my hydraulic water shotgun at some points in the video to see the stagger effect that it has and a little bit about the hydraulic shotgun's range. The Hydra is one of my favorite all-around weapons. It's not as good when you're thinking about min-maxing, but if you're looking for something to get you through Canny Valley and possibly beyond, into the beginning of Twin Peaks, or, you know, I've been using it a lot lately when I'm farming, because I don't have to switch weapons just to kill something that is an element. So, I mean, that's just something I use it for now. White Sushi did a good and very big write-up on this when it was released way back in, oh geez, what was that, August now? I think it was August or September. So I'm going to put a link to that down in the top comment as well. And because the Hydra is returning and because it's going to be in the store, they decided that it can now be recycled, it can be put in the collection book, and it consumes inventory space. That could be good or bad. I mean, if I can buy another one and throw it in the book, I'm going to, just because, you know, I want to level my book up for more skill points. That's just me. The heroes that are returning are simple reskins of the Trailblaster AC, Centurion Hawk, Deadly Blade Crash, and the base hype. You can see these in the collection book under Storm Zone items near the bottom of the left side of your collection book. If you already have one of these heroes leveled up, I can't really recommend leveling up another one unless you particularly like their skill set and or the skin that they have. I mean, the skins are alright, but I'm usually not a big fan of leveling something twice personally, because these upgrade materials are kind of hard to get a hold of. And XP. XP can be an issue too. Maybe not so much with hero XP, but you know. The next major change has to do with mini-bosses and mission alerts. The old mission alert system is being scrapped and mini-boss alerts will take their place. I like the idea of this as it will help people to progress their quests a little bit easier, much like existing storms can. And it will keep players playing mini-boss missions. at least some of the players, it'll keep them playing the missions. Right now it seems a little difficult to find people in those mini-boss missions, but that could also be tied to the fact that the event is ending now, or the fact that they've fixed some bugs with some of these missions. You can also play mini-boss alerts of a higher difficulty than you have unlocked now, and this may or may not go over well depending on how far up you can go. I imagine a power level 40 player in Plankerton getting a 19 probably won't go over too well with that power level 40 player. We've already seen this on Reddit in posts about people being in missions that are far beyond their power level, sometimes twice their power level, and it proves to be quite a problem. Now on to some gameplay changes. Autorun is now a thing, thank goodness. I use the toggle, but now I can also give my W key a rest by just toggling on the auto run and watching them run. Brake shotguns can no longer roll with rate of fire perks. I imagine that this is because you would spend more time reloading than shooting them. And Vindertech Rocket Hammer can now have elemental and energy rolls, and the Vindertech and vacuum tube snipers now roll perks that trigger explosions on headshot kill. Could this be because there is a sniper subclass headed our way? I sure hope so. I'm a big fan of diversity, and we need some in the Outlander area especially. They have one good damage subclass at the moment. In fact, they pretty much only have 2 useful subclasses. They have the damage one, the Ranger Deadeye, and then we have the Trail Blaster AC or the Bloodfinder AC. That is good for farming. That's pretty much it. Every other Outlander is subpar in every way, shape, and form. So I could see a sniper Outlander being a thing. I think that would be cool. They have standardized melee weapon damage to environments at 50%. Who would try to chop down a car with an axe is beyond me, but yeah. That's apparently normalized now, and pickaxes have remained unchanged. So that's good. Alright, on to the balance. Key bout is 10 seconds again, but its damage has dropped by 5%, and cluster bombs have received a 5% bump up to 25% damage. Both of these are soldier skills if you are unaware or just don't care. Hero bug fixes. Grenades no longer fall through water. Apparently if they did this, they would never go on cooldown, and you wouldn't be able to throw your second grenade. Teddy's range has been fixed, and the overbearing perk has also been fixed for all you Teddy mains out there. Go drop your bears and use them to block smashers, because that's probably the best use for them most of the time. There is now a way to auto-decline friend requests located in PC player's social widget. So when that's enabled, you just auto-decline any friend requests that you get, which could be difficult to make friends that way. But I imagine that some large YouTubers, not myself included in this, and some streamers probably need that so that they're not continually getting spammed. And they added some kind of count thing to the collection book for XP and slots and some other stuff. I don't really know the point of that. We'll just have to see. Seasonal Gold's description has been updated to state that it is temporary and will reset with the season. In our case, the next gold wipe should be on the 7th of February, with the release of the Valentine's patch and the end of the quote-unquote spring event, which is what this is with the hydraulic weapons and those storm heroes. Your vacuum tube weapons will now have yellow lights instead of red and green, and energy weapons should no longer be blue. All blue. That was introduced in the last patch. That more or less wraps things up. They have added a known issues section to the patch notes, but I will not be going over them, as we all know most of these issues, or you can follow the link again in the top comment and check it out. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Dash Brandon. Subscribing would help me out immensely, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.